Alright, welcome to day 0 of the Blackpool Magic Convention 2026. This video will just be a little bit of a guide, everything you need to know about Blackpool, getting here, all that stuff, what you should do to get the most out of the convention. First of all, how did we get here? Let's just flash back in time.
Okay, so we're coming into Blackpool. As you might have heard from our other videos, we did not buy tickets in enough time, so we have to come in on the Wednesday, which is actually kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a bit of the pre-hype vibe. Hopefully they do sell us tickets, if not we're gonna just be begging at the doors. But yeah, here's your view of Blackpool.
We drove here this morning. We are here to pick up our tickets. We did not have any tickets. That's step 1 actually. Step 1 to go to Blackpool, buy tickets. If you're smart about it, you can buy them online. We weren't, so we're paying the price. But we'll show you exactly where that is and you know, all that process, and then we will be sure to share plenty of tips and tricks for getting the most out of this convention. We've been a few times, we like to think we know how to make the most of it, so stay tuned. It'll be a fun day. Hopefully we'll catch some magicians while we're here, but at the end of the day you'll watch this video and you'll have a much better idea of how to get the most out of Blackpool 2026. Stay tuned. So here we have the registration. This is the Blackpool Winter Gardens. Beautiful venue. I'm a big fan of the venue, but this is where you register. You walk up here. It's not very useful, you don't know where here is. This street is it's gonna be the most crap guide ever. Whatever. Winter Gardens, that's the entrance, that's where you go register. Here we are. We got some Jack Roads, we got Friday Gala. So don't be so busy looking at the signs that you don't keep an eye on the cars. That's almost what I did. So here we go. Welcome to the Winter Gardens. Little tip for you guys, if you come the day before, I actually don't know if they usually open registration the day before, so this might be a useless tip, but I've never seen the queue this empty. Usually this is heaving in the actual first day of Blackpool, so you know what, it does pay to come here early. I think I just recognized someone out there.
By the way, this is why we said get here early, because line's out the door now, so yeah, just a little example.
So when you buy, you will get this handy booklet, and this will give you schedule, pictures if you want to like rip this out and frame it on your wall or something, feel free. So this will be useful, don't forget to grab this. But if you don't have this, don't worry, you can download the Blackpool Magic Convention app. So get the app and that will show you all the schedules, that will show you where all the companies are in the dealers hall, show you the timeline for the shows. It'll just give you all the information you need to know to make sure you're not overwhelmed by what's going on. So definitely, if you haven't got the app, do get the app. If you want to get the most out of Blackpool, I've also been there, but I've also heard that the Ruskin, I always used to say Ruskin, but I think it's the Ruskin. You go to the Ruskin after the convention, and that'll be where the real kind of like late night jams happen. If you just want to hang out, do magic all night, that is the place for it. We're going to show you how to get there. We've just come out of the Winter Gardens, so we just walked out. This is where we've registered, we walk out. Greg's up there, we're going to walk down here. There's the Ruskin. It is the Ruskin, not the Ruskin, as you can see. Yeah, I've heard some people just go there and just do magic all day and they don't even go to the convention. I don't know that I would advise that, but if you ever just want to tap out of the convention and just hang out, I'm almost certain there will always be people in the Ruskin. So there you are. Oh, sorry, how to get there. Basically, we walked out. You saw from the time lapse, you literally straight shot down. It's not your first major left, it's like your second left. There's traffic lights, cross the road. You can also we all have phones these days, just put it in Google Maps, you'll be fine. Okay, we're here, we're in the main square. If you look around, you'll see there's a big church. That's how we know we're in the main square. That right there is sort of the operating entrance. Like what you saw earlier, we registered there, but usually we'll be going in and out through that entrance there. Now, we want to talk about food. It's important you stay fueled during Blackpool. Keep that energy levels high, the energy levels high. Fish and chips right here. If you're not from the UK, it's a cultural delicacy for some of us. I would highly recommend this place. We went there with Danny Goldsmith a couple of years ago and it was very nice. Over here we've got Vintro Lounge. I will say we had the best English breakfast we've ever had here. So good we had it the next day. Over there you've got a Subway. That's an option if you're looking for something a bit quicker but you still want to kind of fool yourself into thinking it's healthy. You can maybe do that there. We've got Greg's down the road. Again, if you're not from the UK, definitely try out Greg's. We're quite proud of it. But just be aware, if you're maybe like watching calories or anything, you're going to get some quite calorie dense food at Greg's. If you just want to go to like a shop and have a bit more choice over what you're buying, there is actually I think it's down this way, is it a co-op, right? Alright, let's show you where the co-op is. Here we have cup. You might have noticed I'm wearing the same clothes I was wearing in yesterday's video, more or less. And you might be thinking, why is that? Why are you so lazy with it? Honestly, truth is, we are just hustling so hard for you guys. Filmed that video yesterday, then we drove for 2 hours to get home, basically just fell into bed, slept, got up this morning and thought, we got to go to Blackpool and film straight away. Literally wearing the same clothes. That's how much we're hustling for you guys. Everyone always says when you go to Blackpool, make sure to bring deodorant. And it's like, haha, funny, we get it. This is the real tip though, hand sanitizer. I've not seen enough people talk about this. Every year at Blackpool, we get ill. Like last year, Jacob got it so bad he was like in bed for a week. A couple years before, I got ill for about a week. Just Blackpool cold, Blackpool flu, whatever it is. Just buy some hand sanitizer and use it all the time. Sorry, we're holding people up. That's the Alright guys, it wasn't a joke. We're gonna load up, literally loading up already. There's Jacob's. We have found the actual Magic Cafe. Hopefully we don't get like copyright for saying that, but this is another tip, another hangout place where people will just be jamming, chilling, doing some magic. We're gonna go in, try our luck, see who's there. Let's find out. As you can see, I don't know, hopefully the camera went where I went. Just real deal. Like this is, I don't know how Jacob knew about this, because I did not know about this, and I don't know how I didn't know about this. It's pretty cool. But there's not actually that many seats, so definitely try and get here early. I'm making this up as I go. That's the tip. Okay guys, we just bumped into Wayne. Wayne came all the way from South Africa to be here, and Wayne is going to share his top tip for Blackpool.
Well, number one, get here early and make sure you can register today and not in tomorrow, but also make sure you can connect with some friends and everything, like with the Alon, Magic Alon user group, which society which I belong to as well, so shout out to them.
It's flipping cold, isn't it? We were just saying, this is crazy compared to South Africa.
Yeah, no, from South Africa, coming from 35 degrees to this.
Oh gosh. Tip number one is stay in South Africa. Okay, we found another food recommendation. We'll keep this as part of whatever tip that was about the food, tip number 5, let's say. So this Stephanie's, I feel like it's not a Stephanie's, that didn't sound very Italian when I said it. Stefani's Pizzeria. We came here again with Danny Goldsmith. I remember a couple years ago we were like, what do we want to eat? And Danny was like, I'm fine, I'll happily eat anything as long as it's got tomatoes, cheese and dough. And we were like, well, I know a pizzeria we could try. And this place is very nice. As you can see, it's got a food hygiene rating of 5 if you're not from the UK. It's actually probably an important tip. When you're looking for food places, look out for this green sign on the door that says food hygiene rating. Obviously try and go for ones at like 5. If you see one that's like lower than that, you can still eat there, but just keep in mind, maybe the hygiene isn't, you know, as good. But yeah, that's the tip. Tip number 9, be friendly. If you see someone, don't be afraid to go say hello. As you just seen, we had a lovely interaction with Wayne. Thank you, Wayne, for saying hello. Yeah, Blackpool, I mean, a lot of people are just here to make friends. The problem is, as a magician, a lot of the time, you're just not going to know that many magicians in your local area. So something like Blackpool is so rare to have so many magicians in one place that, look, if you're a magician and you just want to make friends, just say hello, just be friendly. Just go to the Ruskin, go to this House of Secrets, Russ Brown's thingy majig. Just chat to people when you're in line, chat to people as you're waiting for the show, chat to people at the dealer's hall. Just be friendly, just make some friends. People are super nice for the most part. Obviously, I'm not going to guarantee everyone will be friendly, but I would put a lot of money on the line that most people, if you just say hello and you say, hey, where did you come from to be here, you're going to have a great conversation. So, and you'll probably make some friends that you'll see next year at Blackpool, and before you know it, you'll have some lifelong friends. So that is tip number 9. Guys, we were literally just talking about tip number 9, just say hello to people, and we just bumped into Kev and Simon of CCC. Look at that. So they are dealers, and I'll let you guys talk about it, but great company. They'll be found in the Horseshoe. Just tell us about what you do and why people should check you out.
We do gimmickless Rubik's Cube effects. We've also got a new coin set called the Rust coin set, so come and check that out. And we've got various other like sort of little bits and bobs as well.
Sweet. I love gimmickless cube magic. That's what got me really like into the magic stuff when I was like 14. It was a cube thing, so highly recommend people check out CCC. Tip number 10. I was so busy thinking about how I was going to do that, I forgot the tip. Tip number 10. Okay, let's talk about money. So obviously everyone knows you come to Blackpool, you spend a lot of money. Let's talk about how to not do that, unless you want to do that. I would say tip number 1 is go into the dealer's hall, you know, first of all, give yourself a budget, right? And maybe just bring it in cash and say, look, I'm just going to take out this much in cash. I'm not even going to bring my card. I just have this much money. That's all, like, you know, you're limited to, like, that's the amount you can spend. And then that's a bit of freedom, because you're like, yeah, I've got some spending money, but I'm not going to overspend. Second tip would be, I think if you're going around the dealer's hall and you're seeing stuff that you like, I would honestly say a great tip would be, okay, unless it's about to sell out, just tell yourself, if I still want this, if you're here for multiple days, if I still want this product this time tomorrow, I'll come back and I'll buy it. I would say that's probably going to be a good tip. We might cut this from the video because all of our friends, well, not all of our friends, most of the dealers are friends of ours, and we obviously want them to have a successful Blackpool as well. So hopefully this tip does not sink too much business for them. I highly doubt it. I reckon there'll be a lot of people coming here and spending a lot of money, and that's also kind of why you're here, isn't it? It's just fun. You just don't go in thinking, okay, I'm going to buy something that's going to change my magic forever. Just go in thinking, like, I'm going to pick up some cool toys, have something to take home, something to show for my time here, and yeah, you'll have fun with it. But speaking about offers, here's one offer that you absolutely do not want to wait. Don't wait until tomorrow. Check this one out right now, because it is a very limited time offer. And we think, honestly, the best offer potentially in Blackpool, so we will tell you more about that right now. So for decades, Blackpool has been home to some of the best Magic releases and offers of all time, and today we want to throw our hat in the ring with what we think is honestly one of the best offers ever created at Blackpool. Before we get too much into the details, you should know, this is really important, this offer will only cost you $1 once, ever, nil, that's it, okay? So no hidden fees, no subscriptions, no trial period, no catch. This is just one single solitary dollar. That is it. Guys, a dollar. A dollar literally is, I mean, you can't even buy a bottle of water for $1 anymore. We had Greg's for lunch. That was what, $3, $4. This little bottle of hand sanitizer, at least, I don't know, $2, I think, about. So if you guys are willing to part with half of what we paid for this little bottle of hand sanitizer, a single dollar, first of all, instantly you'll get access to 20 downloads, real products that hundreds, I think thousands of magicians have paid for instantly. But that's just scratching the surface. This dollar, if you invest it now, just once, that's it. It's no exaggeration that in return, over the coming weeks, months, and years, you will get over 100 Magic products in return, literally 1,000x return on what you're paying right now. I know it sounds crazy, but that is genuinely what's on offer, and we'll explain how now. So what is this offer? Well, a few years ago, there was a famous Magic company that you have no doubt heard of and probably bought products from. This company aimed to create a new trick each week for years. They had immense creative output, but they eventually wound their business down. After a long hiatus, this company decided to reboot with a new image, but they weren't sure what to do with all of these products they'd already made. Real products that, over the years, thousands, tens of thousands of magicians bought for real, genuine prices. The company in question is Sans Minds. Now, whatever you think of when you think of Sans Minds, one thing is undeniable. When a company creates this much product for so many years, they are going to strike gold a number of times. And Sans Minds did. There are some incredible things in this wealth, this vault of products. But since they wound down business, they've been sat on this golden vault, this golden archive, not really knowing what to do with it. So here's what they eventually decided. As a way of saying thank you to the Magic community for all the support over the years, and as a way of just, I guess, closing the chapter on that era of their business and saying goodbye to their old selves, they decided to do something crazy. Give away everything, basically for free. Now, at first, they actually legitimately were going to give away everything for free, like no cost involved. And because for them, it wasn't really about the money. But they were thinking, honestly, if we give this all away for free, people won't value it. And so they said, look, people need to pay something for this, but we still want to give it as a gift. So what's the lowest they could come to? $1. So they said $1. That way people will value this and they'll know that they've invested. It just, even if it's $1, psychologically, when you invest just a little bit, you feel like, okay, I'm going to study this, I'm going to get the most out of this. And so they thought, look, this is a perfect balance. We're basically giving it away for free, but hopefully now you're seeing the value just by parting with just a single dollar. So Sans Minds decided, for $1, here's what they would do. People pay $1. They then give them access to a platform where every week or so they unlock and add a new file from their archive. There's already, as I said, close to 20 files in there, but once you're in, you pay once, you're in, and you'll just have access to everything for the coming months, years as they continue to unlock their vast archive of material. So this process will go on for as long as this material. It might be a year, 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. One thing I can say for sure is that for just $1, you will get access forever to this platform, to this ultimate material as it gets added. And for $1, I can guarantee that you will find not one, not two, but at least 3 or 4 or 5, probably at least 20 things that you will then be like, wow, I'm so glad I have this. I already, when I went in there, found, I would say 4 or 5 things that I'm like, great, I'm just going to do these for the rest of my life now that I know how to do it. So why should you dive into this deal right now? Well, every 20 items that are added to the archive, the price will double. So obviously at first it's not going to change much. It'll go from $1 to $2, but then from 2 to 4. And as we know, when things double, they can get quite large quite quickly. So there's no better time to get in than now, because as this archive grows, if you've paid now your $1, you will get access forever to everything that gets added. But in the future, the more that's added, as soon as other people start to realize, oh, hold on, there's 80 tricks in here and they're amazing, the price will be, a fair bit more than it is now. So highly encourage you to really pay attention to this right now. But there's another very important reason that you should check this out sooner rather than later. During this special Blackpool season, we are going to be doing something, making this crazy deal just a little bit crazier, as we like to do at the Daily Magician, which is when you pick this deal up during this Blackpool season, we will be adding a bunch of crazy bonuses on our end too. So the first of those is a project that we have sold for $19 in the past, and plenty of magicians also paid that price for it. It's a great project, it's a real project, and you'll get that as a bonus. You will also get some tricks and goodies and stuff thrown in there from some friends of ours. Plus, another bonus that we're going to throw in there is our thoughts and handlings on what we think is the coolest routine that's currently in that archive. And we'll show you how we've modified it and hopefully made it even stronger. So that's another bonus you'll be getting. So with all that said, the bonuses, the price doubling as items get added, there's just no reason for the price of $1 not to just lock in your access right now and secure all of that. It's just honestly a no-brainer. Like, is there a catch? Genuinely, is there a catch? No, there's no catch. We just think, we've said for years, we want to bring you the best deals in Magic, and we try to. But when we saw this deal from Sans Minds, who we're quite close friends with, we just said, look, I don't think we can beat this deal. This is the best deal going on right now. I don't think anything we see at Blackpool is going to beat this deal. And you know what they say, if you can't beat them, join them. So we said, look, is there any way, we begged them, is there any way we can just tell our people about this deal? If we were a big company, would we run this offer? Probably not. It'd probably make more sense with the amount of views and traction we'd be getting around Blackpool to come up with some really expensive offer and sell that to you, which maybe we'll do that in a few years. But for now, all we care about is we just want more people to know who we are. We think we do a good job of providing great deals and content in Magic, and this is just evidence of that. And we think, look, if we can just pull off the craziest deal ever and let people know about it, maybe that'll help us and people will learn more about us. That's all we get out of it. I'll be honest, that's the catch. That's what we want. And in return, you get all of what we just said. So you basically can just take advantage of the fact that right now we're a small company and we're willing to just maybe sacrifice a bit of profit and put a crazy deal out there just for the sake of getting our name out a little bit. That's it, that's the catch. We just think, I don't know how else to say it. If you like Magic, it's $1. Go buy it. I don't think you'll regret it. That's it. All right, we've said our piece. You get the idea. Here's how it works logistically. There'll be a cart. You can go below this video. All the details will be on the page as well. You just pay $1. If you want to, you can pay a bit more than that. If you think it's worth more than that, and as I've said, sometimes paying a little bit more helps motivate you to think, actually, you know what, I really want to take this seriously as a resource, and you want to pay more, great, do that, that's fine. But $1 is totally fine as well. So you go down, you do that. When you buy, you'll then be sent instructions on how to access everything. You'll be sent our bonuses, and it will all be taken care of. As I've said, this is an exclusive strategic partnership we have with Sans Minds right now, so you won't find this anywhere else. You'll be sent access instructions via email. Everything is obviously going to be digital here. You won't be sent anything physical. Everything will be sent via email. You'll be getting all the streaming videos and the library, and everything will be just handled digitally. That's important for you to know. Everything involved is digital. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you there. If you're there, come say hello. Again, if you like the offer, link in the description. We'll be talking plenty more about it in the coming days. So see you there.